guys, welcome to my YouTube. My name is Mystique. I'm a fashion designer. I make fashion, lifestyle, and wellness content. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I do my daughter's hair. We're going to be doing it in a knotless style. And the reason why I decided to do this video for you guys is because I've been sharing our hair care journey on social media since she was born, and every time I post anything to my story or anything like that, I always get so many DMs asking about what I use, how I take care of it, you know, etc, etc. So I just decided to start documenting our journey and showing you guys, just to give you guys some insight or some tips or anything like that for taking care of your little one's hair. I do want to say a disclaimer: I'm not a beautician whatsoever. I have not gone to hair school. However, my mom did go to hair school. She used to be a beautician. Everything I know I learned from her, and just growing up taking care of my hair, she was trying to instill as much as she could into us in that aspect. So I just wanted to show you guys how I be taking care of her hair. Here's the video. We'll be using spray bottle, mixed oil, kids leave-in conditioner, clips in a ponytail holder, brush, detangler, and a comb. Before doing anything to the hair, I like to get it extremely moisturized for a number of reasons. This right here, she had this style in for about a week. I have not taken it down yet. It's just some twists. So what I'm doing is just getting her hair moisturized with some water and some oil, really rubbing that in to really lock it in before I go in to detangle her hair. I put this clip at regular speed to really show and emphasize to you guys the importance of detangling correctly. That's one of the reasons why I try to put as much moisture into the hair beforehand as possible, so I can loosen up those tangled hairs, whether those hairs are just like stray pieces or pieces that have actually, you know, fallen out of your head and just tangled around the other strands. It's really important to loosen those up and take your time to detangle that. Otherwise, you would just be pulling on those strands and creating a knot, and then have to like pull that knot out basically with the comb. So if you really take your time, loosen those hairs up, you can see that, you know, you just get as much retention on your length as possible, as far as strength and breakage, you know, those things go. So detangling correctly is super important. Also, I know that some people may be wondering about the wash routine, since I did mention that this is her previous style that she had in for about a week. I do typically only try to wash her hair once a month. I know that may be crazy to some people. Some people wash their hair every day, every other day, every week, every other week. Her hair does not get gunky to where I feel like I need to wash it more than once a month. I put oil in it on a regular basis. I only put the leave-in conditioner in it as I'm doing her hair. So other than that, I think once a month is perfectly fine for us. Basically, I just repeat the same steps until her whole head is taken down. I just take my time, taking each strand apart. Right here, I'm just having her stand up real quick to give you guys a little length check. Last time I did one, it was about spring 2022. She was about waist length, and now look at her. My girl's at the cheeks. One thing that I do want to say is I wish that I would have combed her hair out as soon as I like taken each strand down, comb it, take the next strand down, comb it. I didn't think that I would have such a difficult time combing her hair, because I usually don't. You see, I parted it in two, and it's still like not going through as easily as I thought it would be. So that's just something that I know for future reference, especially when I do this style on her. Her hair isn't as kinky as mine, so my twists kind of like shrink up more than hers does. Her hair is looser, so when I do her twists are looser. So I feel like that's why her hair got tangled up as much as it did with that style. That style is such a good protective style on me. However, on her, it is such a different story. As you can see, I even had to break the 2 parts down and really go in and, detangle it like strand by strand. I even slow down a clip and show you guys, because it looks like I'm being real rough on her and just yanking away. But I promise I'm not. I'm being so gentle. So I do go ahead and slow down a clip just to show you guys. And when I say slow down a clip, in no means do I mean that this is like a slow-mo. I'm literally moving this slow in real life. This clip is just not sped up with the other clips. So this is literally the speed that I was going in real life. Right here, I'm just trying to show you guys how much hair came out overall. And me balling it up, I promise that's not me trying to make the ball smaller. As you can see right here, it's really dense and see-through. So I'm just balling it up so you guys can really get like a feel for it. Her hair never comes out a lot, and I think for kids in general, that should be the standard. Not a lot of hair coming out. Now I'm just parting her hair horizontally. I did the first part going on the top of her ear, right above the top of her ear, from one ear to the other. And the second one I'm doing towards the top. I don't really know how to describe where I placed the part other than, your hairline. It's straight across, and then it goes like in, and then it out, then back in. That first in, quote unquote, is where I made the second part. I really don't know how to describe it other than that. But I made the same part on both sides of her head and created like this square at the top where it's going to be like 4 even parts. So each part that I make sure that, horizontally, I try and make sure that it is as thick as the last one. All of them are even. So basically I did, she has 3 sections from the 2 horizontal parts that I did. The second one isn't straight across. It's almost like a box, or like a boxy U, not a full square. I hope that helps. Right here, I'm just going back in with some moisture before braiding her hair. So I sprayed it with some water before separating it into 2 squares to get, the hairs as loose as possible. And then I go in with the mixed oil, which is in a contact solution case. I love having the oil in there, mixing my oil, putting it in there. It's just so easy and convenient. The 2 oils that I'm using at the moment is just grapeseed oil mixed with some coconut oil. And then I mix that in with the leave-in conditioner. I go in and detangle her hair one more time before braiding it. The reason why I want to detangle it one more time before braiding it is because I just want to ensure that that process is going to be as painless as possible for her. If there's any little nips or whatever that I missed while I'm braiding it, it's just going to create a different experience for her than if it was fully combed out, no tangles whatsoever. And I do apologize for the constant screaming children in the back. My children are so dramatic, and my son was having issues putting his coloring pages up, so he was trying to throw a fit. Yeah, motherhood. Anywho, I'm basically just going to repeat the same steps for her entire head. She has 2 in the back, 4 in that middle section, and then 4 up top. So each section, I spray with some water, add some oil, add some leave-in conditioner, detangle it, then braid it. I just try to lock in as much moisture as I can. It is so important. Just to have the protective cell in itself is important. Moisture in itself is important. Having those 2 together is like a rock hard, solid team. Moisture, one thing that I can say about that is, a lot of people really underestimate the importance of it. Not having your hair moisturized consistently really messes up your hair type, your curl pattern, all of the above. I went 1 month without using leave-in conditioner, barely oiling my hair. All I had was just a little high nasty bun for the whole month. I worked from home. I wasn't wrapping my hair at night. I was just waking up and clocking in. I can show you guys that picture from that month when I washed my hair versus any other picture from any other month. My hair does not look the same whatsoever. And I can tell that that's a lot of people's problem, is that they don't keep their hair moisturized consistently. Moisturizing it really good that one time, yeah, it feels good, but it doesn't help the overall problem. You have to be consistent with it. As you guys can see, my parts are nowhere near perfect. I am not a beautician. I have no formal training for hairdressing whatsoever. However, my mom did used to be a beautician, and she tried to teach me as much as she could. She did teach me how to braid in elementary school. However, I did nothing with that. I planned to do nothing with that. And I'm saying all of that to say it is okay to not have perfect parts, especially when you're just starting out. My daughter is 4, about to be 5. And when I first started doing her hair at 1 year old, honey, it was a mess. But look where we at now. I just knew I wanted to take care of her hair as best as I could. And this right here, I ran out of her leave-in conditioner, so I had to grab some of mine. Mine is just some olive oil leave-in conditioner. But back to the topic at hand. It does not have to be perfect. The whole point of this style is to strengthen the hair, to gain length if that's what you want as well. But really, we just want our children to have nice, healthy, strong hair. And for us to learn how to take care of it so that we can instill that in them as well. And we can just keep passing it on and passing it on. That's really the whole point of this. I've been sharing our hair journey basically since day one, just uploading different things on my story. And I would always get messages, just asking me different stuff about how I take care of her hair. So I finally decided to actually document it. Finally done. Her hair looks so juicy, so moisturized. I told her to give you guys a little turn and a smile for the camera. Thank you so much for watching. Like, share, and subscribe.